we were talking as a staff, and it was really our first road game in 2 years, because last year, everybody had limited crowds, and people always want to know how important the crowds are. And you look at it, we're the first #1 team to win on the road, and crowds do play a big part in it. I thought first half they really came out hot, inspired, and then really credit our guys the last 8 minutes. Getting back into it, cutting it to 4 at half, and then second half, we did a much better job playing Baylor basketball.
Scott, what does it mean to
Smoke just got out of the bed? All right, I see you.
Scott, what does it mean to the team to have a guy that explosive as Kendall, who can do that like in a 3 or 4 minute stretch, just change the game?
Well, I think, first of all, dunks only count as 2, but I mean, momentum-wise and energy-wise, that's like a shot of B12 in you. So Kendall made some great plays, got in transition, credit his teammates getting him the ball. But the big thing was we got stopped second half. First 2 medias, I think, gave up 11 points in transition, uncharacteristic of us. They beat us on the glass. Uncharacteristic of us. They beat us to 50-50 balls. But we clawed back in it to where second half, when we played more like we play, we were able to get the win.
Scott, any kind of specific changes on the defensive end that y'all did for the second half?
Yeah, we definitely didn't give as much emphasis and rotations to the post, and tried to stay more out on the shooters. And that was a good adjustment by the staff, good adjustment by the players, and it made him finish over length.
Scott, were you interested there to see how your guys would respond being down double digits in the first half of a road game?
I really don't want to put them in that situation. I prefer to be up double digits the whole time. but you're gonna be up, you're gonna be down, you're gonna be in different situations all year long. And why you challenge yourself in the non-conference. I mean, Oregon's won 4 of the last 6 Pac-12 championships, gone the last 4 out of 5 Sweet 16. So this is a talented team, even though they haven't gotten off to the start they normally do. It's a great coach, great program. They're going to be right there at the end. So this was an environment that was good to get our guys used to. And most importantly, you get a win and get some confidence out of it.
Which obviously the most important wins come at the end of this, but to get number 400, how much do you allow yourself to reflect on moments like that?
To be honest, the win tonight's a lot more important than 400. So, but it means we've got a lot of great players. It means great staff and administration, fan support. I mean, we call those team awards. So great team award.
Scott, after James didn't have his best performance in the first half, what did you see differently from him in the second half?
No, second half, very aggressive, made shots, and then defensively really turned it up. And I thought did a great job giving us a spark to begin the second half. And then second half later really did a good job passing, moving the ball better in transition. And we were able to take advantage and get out and get some easies. And we finished with 13 fast break points, and all of them were big.
Coach, Adam said that you guys, of course, practice taking charges, in practice for the games with 2 flop warnings tonight. I was just curious, how do you teach, and what advice do you give to both the guards on the wings as well as your post players on, when to take charge and when to, not?
Yeah, that's a tough thing from the standpoint. If you don't practice something, you're not going to get it in a game. And what we always say is you got to adjust to the officials. And with that, charges weren't being called as much tonight. Some games they get called a lot. And obviously we don't want to flop anytime, but we do a really good job, our staff, on scouting reports. Which way guys are driving. And if they run into your chest, we're going to do what we do. And normally that's take a charge. If it's not going to be called and it's a flop warning, then we got to adjust and not go down. And I think we did a good job of adjusting.
And speaking to adjusting, did the officials tell you anything tonight of why those were, not called charges or given the flop warnings to you?
I could say something funny, but I'd get in trouble, so I won't. No, it was a great officiating crew out of NCAA experience, and they just said that they thought there wasn't enough contact. So we relayed that to our guys and adjusted.
Thank you, Coach.
Scott,
What
Scott,
is it-
how confident are you in your bench? Y'all have had a few games like this where it's pretty close and then y'all just kind of pull away.
Yeah, well, definitely our bench has been a big strength for us the last several years. And each and every night, it seems like you look down, bench 23 points, Oregon 9 points. And it's huge. And not only shows up there, but shows up in our defensive efficiency and guys, when they get in foul trouble, we can bring in fresh guys that can keep being aggressive and intense, and you tend to wear teams down. I mean, first half, Oregon shoots 58%, and second half, they only score 31 points. They shoot 50%, but I don't know how many of them were late. And for a while there, they were in the 20s, and that was tremendous. When you can get to 40, that's big time.
Scott, the way you close the gap at halftime, and how your team, the mixture of experienced and yet young or incoming transfers, don't panic. Where does that come from?
Well, I think it starts with the upperclassmen and Adam, Flo, Matt that have been here 3 and 4 years, do a great job of passing that leadership to the guys that are newer, and they look up to them. We trust them. And at the end of the day, it's not everybody's night. And the key is whatever you can help with, you help with. And when guys are hot, you try to get them the ball. And first half, Adam was hot. Second half, Kendall was going. James was going. I mean, different. That makes a team when you have multiple guys who can get 20.
Adam, what did y'all do different defensively in the second half after the first half?
We made a few adjustments. We could see that in the post, the bigs were just swinging it out, and they were getting open shots or attacking us. So the coaches did a great job at halftime, just making some adjustments, and we came out and we executed.
Adam, just in terms of this game, obviously, facing a halftime deficit, what's the value of a game like this where you have to fight back a little bit, after some blowout wins, maybe a couple months later on when you go through something like this in a tournament?
Oh, it means so much. It's pressure at the end of the day, and we have a great group of guys that decide to, step foot and take the challenge. So it was exciting, going out there in the second half and executing and getting the win.
Adam, you had Kendall on that out of bounds play for a dunk that kind of really started Kendall's big second half. What'd you see on that play, and kind of what did Kendall's second half mean for y'all?
It was a good play call. I can't tell the name of it, but it was a good play call, and they did really good. Oregon denying some of the options, and me and Kendall caught eye to eye, and he knew the cut, so I found him, and it was a great dunk.
Adam, for you, with the wealth of options that you guys have offensively, where did you find that, I guess, sign or place in the offense where you thought you could have that sort of first half success to kind of keep the team in the game?
First of all, it's just a testament to God. Obviously, I haven't been shooting my best, but God, I just been allowing me with my teammates, my coaching staff, just to keep me up and know that I am one of the best shooters. I just have to go out there and continue to play through the ups and downs. So my teammates did a great job of finding me, and I did the easy job of just knocking it down, and I just thank them for that.
Adam, I think it was you that got called for the flop warning in the second half. I was curious what you guys do in practice to prepare for game scenarios of when to try to take charges both on the wing and down low.
That play right there was literally identical to the drill that we do in practice. So the coaches were a little upset, but yeah, it happens. Sometimes we don't get the call that we want, but yeah, we drill on the wing to take charges, especially just to keep them on that side. So if they do go middle, we have that inside foot up to prevent that. So yeah, we drill that every day, and I was hoping I got the call, but I didn't, so it's okay.
Does that affect you or anybody else? Is that in the back of your mind mentally of, oh, I might not get the call and I'm on the ground, that gives the other team an advantage, or the refs are trying to call, looking not to call the charge?
Definitely. It's just an adjustment. We don't going in the game, refs like to call things different. So as a team, we just adjust, and we did a better job just keeping the chest on the chest and just guarding the ball and not, taking the charge. So
Thank you.
Anything else for Adam? John, if you're trying to ask a question, you're muted.
Gotcha. Yeah. Adam, Kendall, he kind of took over for a 3-minute stretch. It was kind of a key point. What's it like to have a guy that explosive who can do that?
he's high level, man. We love having him on the team, and he's so selfless, and he knew that eventually he would get going, and we just did a great job of just continuing to keep him uplifted, telling him to continue to play hard, and he found his groove, and we were excited to see him out there succeeding. So.
Yeah, Kendall, it's John Werder, Waco Trib. There's about a 3 or 4 minute stretch where you kind of took over. What'd you kind of feel like during that stretch, and how did that happen, do you think?
Just credit to my teammates, to keep my head up, with all the fouls and stuff. Just credit to them for, telling me to get going and looking for me when I'm like cutting and running. So it's credit to my teammates.
How did you feel after the flagrant foul? Were you okay, or what was that like?
Yeah, it was. I was good. It was a little boo boo or something, but I got up after a while and I was good.
Okay.
Referencing John's question about that 3-minute period where you kind of took over, a lot of those obviously were at the rim. I think Sean Farnham, the color guy, called you the best college dunker he's seen since Vince Carter. How do you just get in a groove where you're like, oh, like no one can meet me at the rim right now, so I'm gonna just attack it as much as possible?
Yeah, I just say like adrenaline, takes my bounce to another level. So, when I'm up there, I just go up and try to jump my highest.
Kendall, once again, shouts for having the same name. Shouts to the name Kendall. But beyond that, Adam hit you on that out of bounds play, which seemed to really get you going. Kind of when did Adam look to hit you on that play, and how did that play work so well for y'all?
A credit to him. We've me and like the other guards, we have a lot of connection ever since the summer. Looking for each other and just knowing when each other can be open. So as soon as I seen the opening, he's seen it too, and he just made the right play, and it turned out to be good.
Kendall, you had 3 straight dunks in the second half, that same stretch. The last one was off the defensive end that springboarded you there. What did you see on that play that led to the fast break dunk?
We just sat down defensively and we're like wearing them out, so I could say they're a little tired. So he made a lazy pass, and I just jumped it and went on a fast break.
Kendall, for you, what was it like that first collegiate experience of a true road environment?
It's fun. It's really fun. I love that stuff. I love the crowds getting into it. So this is a good experience, and can't wait for more.